hoe, a new holler. A new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. A new day, a new dollar. A new hoe, a new holler. A new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. Yeah. These for my tailor fitted player niggas, who be breaking bitches for major figures, loaded with game like a Sega nigga, saucy like Ortega to the Omega nigga. That last nigga couldn't get her to go, but then she heard a pee popping, now her religion is hope, fishing for dough, deep in the abyss of her tricks, wallet, only running the player for pimp, call it. Yeah, quarterback from last and artistically pop audibles out of a window, how we send hoes is a audible, exotic toes, touching down, trappy, just so I'm happy to touch it now. I say I go to sleep indigent, wake up to them Benjamins, all cause I'm beginning with some ism that's limitless. Primitive minded niggas and bitches couldn't relate, man. I pimp for mine and it feel great. Be yourself around if you're blessed with the spirit of pen. Be yourself around, I mean possessed by the spirit of pen. Be yourself around the applause. If you know that nobody ever pimp, damn, nobody, shit, nobody except another day in the dollar. A new hoe, a new holler, a new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. A new day, a new dollar, a new hoe, a new holler, a new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. Tell him now to all of the ism no longer living due to maggot ass bitches and these maggot ass R.I.P. And to all of the pimping that took their sentence like a man when that punk bitch put you in your head up. I know we make it look easy, but it ain't never been. Knocking at her hookers, my convincing her to let us in. She sick of being a loser, pimping the medicine. When she weak, I speak, give her power like medicine. We don't protect bitches from the pimping. We set them down and let them sweat bitches. And if that hoe on the net, we gon' let them text bitches. And if that hoe wanna choose up and get her next bitches pimping, we gon' let bitch yo. What I look like throwing a fit. My pimpin' ass going nutty over a beat. It ain't a hoe alive with the power to make me go against another P. Ain't controlling nothing B. Hear yourself around if you're blessed with the spirit of pen. Hear yourself around, I mean possessed by the spirit of pen. Hear yourself around if if you know that nobody ever pimp, damn, nobody, shit, nobody except another day in the dollar. A new hoe, a new holler, a new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. A new day, a new dollar, a new hoe, a new holler, a new trip to the tailor so I can pop a new collar. This ain't something you could just wake up and decide to be. Supernatural activities working inside a P. The pimpin' is the master of himself. Never puppeteer by shit that's tragic to his health. See, magically it's felt when we pop it and we make quotes. So profound you can't mistake those. Compel a square to wanna take notes and study the movement. Try to internalize the pimpish way that we do shit. Pimpin' is the blueprint for smooth shit and fly niggas. The pattern of a divine, one of a kind nigga. Remind niggas of Billy D and Willie D. Can't be reversed, this ain't rehearsed, this is really me. The greatest thing that ever happened to a hoe. The reason why she all gas mashing for the dough. Motivated to be great and get them bands up. So every real hoe salute with your loot and stand up.
Yeah, man, y'all must really be playing with this game right now. You know what I mean? It's over 100 people and it's only 40 likes. What, y'all don't like this game no more? Y'all don't like this pimping no more? You don't like this information no more? Yeah, man, you know them likes supposed to be on one accord with the viewers, man. Stop playing right now, man. Everybody take your finger, man, and hit the like button. That's mandatory when you come in, man, to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now by clicking on the subscribe and the bell button. Before I even begin, I want the mods to give you guys an opportunity, you know what I mean, to come over to the Patreon. As you know, I got over 1,000 videos over there. You know what I mean? The movies, the documentaries, you know what I mean? Information pertaining to health, information pertaining to speaking different vernaculars and things like that. It's just so much beneficial information to help you be an informative representative, not only just of the lifestyle, but of life. And that's why I got that information on there. I want you to learn about different religions. I want you to look at different cultures. I want you to learn about medicine. I want you to have all this information, because you got to realize sometime when you endeavoring to knock, you know what I mean, that square, and you want to turn her on to the game, sometimes you're going to have to initiate, you know what I mean, a conversation that don't have nothing to do with the game, but it got so much game within it. So even though you're not talking about the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, you still gonna obtain this woman's attention and get her mentally intrigued, because you're able to go on a mental safari with that woman simply because you are the embodiment of information. You're a walking encyclopedia. And if she's a sapiosexual woman, you could be contrary to her physical preference on what she considers to be attractive. There was many women that I initiated conversations with. I'm not handsome to everybody. I mean, I am a handsome motherfucker with 2 dimples and just so happen to be pimping like a motherfucker. But at the same time, I'm not attractive to every woman. But if every woman had a conversation with me and if she talked to me too long because of my ministry and because what's in me is just so strong called this pimping. If she talked to me too long, it's going to go from, I don't even like this guy. I don't even like this. What is he talking about? What is he on? Now I got you laughing. Now I got you smiling. Now we having a conversation. Well, now I got you intrigued. Now I got you challenging the way you was taught. Now I got you challenging the denomination that you was raised in. You know, you might have been raised in religiosity. I'm destroying that. You know what I mean? I'm bringing so much biblical and historical, irrefutable information that's making you think about what mama, grandmama, daddy taught you. You know what I mean? If she in the conscious community, she could be from Kemet. She could be basically, you know what I mean, a 7-day Adventist. She could sit up there and be a 5%er. You know, but when you got this pimping in you, you compelled to be a greater pimp. When you really got this game in you, you compelled to be a greater man, a greater informative representative of the lifestyle. As the great, honorable, and incomparable Malcolm X said, a representative is supposed to be able to present, represent, and defend. Present, represent, and defend. Present information, represent that information, and because you are blessed with the information, you're able to defend the information. That's what a representative is supposed to be able to do. And that's what we're supposed to be able to do with this game. Whether they want to give it to me or not, a lot of squares thought that pimps was stupid until they heard my videos. This is just true. A lot of squares thought that pimps was dumb as hell, stupid, heartless, the Antichrist, disgusting scum of the earth, you know, just complete idiots until they actually listen to some of the videos and say, you know what, that was logical. That was actually meaningful. That has substance in it. That actually, even though I don't like pimps, I don't like that lifestyle, but I can understand, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. And I want you to have the same effect when you talk, you know, because Sinful to P, he's not big enough. I'm not great enough, you know what I mean, to do what I want done. I need your help. It's going to take sacrifices of you reading, sacrifices of you meditating, sacrifices of you educating yourself. That's what it's going to take to make this game look good, to make the game better. The representation of the game today is sad. You know, a bunch of dumb motherfuckers professing to be something that they don't even possess. And then you have some of you who are intelligent and you've been blessed with so many gifts, you know, so many gifts, but you don't have the confidence, the boldness, you know, to manifest it in an audience, you know, and I definitely want this game to help you with that, you know, but yeah, get them likes up. We're going to chop it up. I want to give some clarity. I want to destroy some misunderstandings. I want to give you some logical thinking. I want to make sense. I'm not here to talk in another galaxy. I'm here to speak in the language of simplicity so everybody can understand what I'm saying. Okay? So let me clear something up right quick. And I don't care if you go back and say whatever, you know, but I have to clear it up because there's a lot of impressionable young minds out there. And you go on dinosaurs, you go on different platforms looking for game. And so-called veteran pimps, so-called, you know, popular pimps in the game, they get on and give you some retarded doctrine that's not even, you know, logical, you know. Now, watch this. When they teach you, you know what I mean, that you are no longer a pimp when a hoe leave you, I'm going to teach you why that is false. And I was appalled because the person that said these damnable, stupid shit is actually from Chicago and supposed to be a veteran. You know, but no, it made. Let me first reiterate what he said. He said that if you are a pimp, when you have a hoe, you're pimping and you're a pimp. But when that hoe leaves you, you are no longer a pimp. You can do whatever you want, you know what I mean, because you don't have a hoe at that time. And at that particular time, while you don't have a hoe, you are not a pimp. I'm going to show you why that doesn't make sense. And not only that, by creating this false doctrine and trying to reside in the minds of the youth with this bullshit that's so contrary to the truth, I want you to understand that how dangerous that is when a person say you can do whatever you want. You know, that's very dangerous, especially to tell a young man that just got in the game that you can do whatever you want, you know, during that time. Let me say this to you. When that woman is blessed with you, and when the game bless you to preside over a hoe, your mandatory mandate mission is to do some pimping on that woman, to preside over her, to elevate her, to educate her. You know what I mean? Take her to another dimension. That's the job of the pimping. Now watch this. If she decides to blow up, leave you, choose another pimp, getting her feelings, you know, get a boyfriend, work at Subway, whatever the hell she decides to do, the moment that she turns into an expiration date, you do not you do not lose the pimp title. You don't lose your capabilities. You don't lose the information. You don't lose your reputation. You know what I mean? You don't lose the power to pimp. You don't lose, you know what I mean, your character, because that's your character. That's your characteristics. That's who you are. Pimping is what you're doing. A pimp, that's who you are. You don't lose your character. To say that you're no longer a pimp when a woman leaves you is as if the woman empowered you, and then when she decided to leave, she took your characteristics, she took who you are as a man, she took who you profess to be, and she put it in her suitcase and walked out with your shit called pimping and left. That is totally contrary to the truth. Now watch this. When you are a teacher, you have the gift of teaching, the ministry of teaching. You are blessed to be able to teach, okay? If God has given you the ministry and gift to teach, you are a teacher and have the gift of teaching, whether or not, you know what I mean, students is in the classroom. If you've been teaching for 15 and 20 goddamn years, how the hell somebody gonna tell you that you're not a teacher because currently right now you sick, or currently right now, you know what I mean, ain't no students in the classroom? You still have the ability, the information, the ministry, the power to teach. It's just that by no students being in the classroom, you are not teaching. You are a teacher, but currently right now, you're not teaching. A preacher has the message of reconciliation. He is anointed by God to preach. The word of God says, how can they hear without a preacher? Amen. So God appointed apostles and bishops and pastors and evangelists and prophets and, you know what I mean, prophetess for the working of the ministry. He anointed, you know what I mean, these men in the ministry to be a blessing to the people that are within the branches of the body of Christ. Now, check this out. When God anoints you to preach, when he anoints you to preach his word, if everybody leave the congregation due to the condemnation that they felt when you was preaching holiness or hell, and they decide to backslide and subside on God, that preacher don't lose his anointing. That preacher don't lose his salvation. He don't lose his ministry. He's still called to preach. He's still anointed to preach. It's just that currently right now, there's no members in the congregation, so he's not preaching. Same thing with a pimp. If he had a hoe or some hoes for a year, whatever time, years, and they decide to depart or leave for whatever reason, or he pimped them away, fired them or whatever, he does not lose who he is, his character, his capabilities, his ministry, his game. If they leave, he still is who he is. He's just not pimping. The HOE gives the PIMP the ING to his PIMP. He's not pimping until he get a hoe. You can't do no pimping without a hoe hoeing. Once you get a hoe that is hoeing, now you are pimping. That's the ING. You know what I mean? So, and let me say this. When I say this, this applies to individuals who have been doing pimping for years, and they are only known for pimping for years. Okay? If you know an individual to be pimping for almost a decade or over a decade, and he in a damn strip club, now just imagine this. Hold on, watch this. You know me. Hold on. You know Sinful to P. I've been pimping all of this time that I've been pimping, and now all of a sudden, because I don't have a hoe now, I can do whatever I want, and because I can do whatever I want, I come and you see me in the strip club, and you walk in, and because I don't have a hoe right now, you catch Sinful to P in the strip club doing this. Come on.
You wanna see some ass? I wanna see some cash. Keep
I'm just up in here.
And that's gonna make me
Just imagine you walking in the strip club and I'm sitting over there making it thunderstorm. I'm throwing bankrolls everywhere. And I'm over there I'm just over there dancing, just throwing bankrolls after bankrolls. Hoes are just, bitches is just dancing and shit. Hold on, let's get to that part. Hold on. What she say? What?
I'ma make it rain.
What?
I'ma make it rain.
You know what I mean? And you've been knowing me for pimping for all of these years, but the moment that you walk up to me, you say, Sin, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you throwing thousands of dollars on these strippers? I say, oh man, I ain't got a hoe right now, man. I could do what I want to do. Sin, why you got this square bitch pregnant? You know what I mean? At Walgreens. Why you got this square bitch pregnant at the only blockbuster Hollywood videos in the world? Oh man, I can do whatever I want to do, man. Yeah, I can do whatever I want to do, man. These bitches ain't choosing, man. So you know what I mean? I'm just taking my dick, doing whatever the fuck I want to do, man. I'm throwing my dick a party until I knock my next hoe. You know what I mean? I might be holeless, but I ain't doleless, man. You know what I mean? I just want to show my appreciation to the game by sitting over there paying the hell out these strippers, man. You know, you gonna look at me crazy. You know what I mean? If you see a bitch sitting over there shaking her ass on me, now you've been knowing me to be some pimping for years. Shout out to DJ Tyson. You've been knowing me to be some pimping all of this time, and then you walking in, and I got hundreds all in the bitch hand, and it ain't tricking. It ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking. It ain't tricking if you got it. And we just tricking if you got it, tricking if you got it, trick. And we just dancing, having a good pee. Why are you dancing to this song? Why are you paying the hell out of these strippers? Oh man, you know, my hoe just left me, you know what I mean, yesterday, man. I'm just in here enjoying my fruits. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. You know, now that the hoe done left me, now that I done got knocked for the hoe, now that I done sit up there, you know what I mean, they ain't got a hoe no more, man. I'm just enjoying my flesh. I'm just doing my thing. That's all. You know what I mean? That would really fuck your mind up. You come up in there and see that going on. So that's why I said that's too dangerous of a statement For a so-called veteran to be talking about why you ain't, why you presently or currently, temporarily, hopefully, you know what I mean, don't have a hoe that you could do what you want to do. No, no, we don't, listen, you can't do what you want to do. Not when you this. Yeah. When you really this, you consumed by this. When you really this, you provoke to do right when basically others would do wrong in that circumstance. When you really got this pimping in you, something within you compels you to do some pimping when most would fall and become husbands and boyfriends and make deals, but it's something on the inside provoking you to pimp a little bit harder. When you really this pimping. When you really this pimping, you don't get into your feelings like the bitch because you done ran into a situation, you know what I mean, or you homeless right now. You know what I mean? You understand that pimps are delayed, but we not denied. You understand that what's to come is better than what's been. You understand that the crucifixion comes before the resurrection. You understand that adversities and difficulties may come, you know what I mean? But a new hoe, you know what I mean, is coming if I just stay down and just continue to campaign. You have that understanding. It's a confidence that the pimpin' has. I know I'm gonna knock. I'm not mad or upset at the game or ready to leave the game because this bitch done left. When that bitch go to Google and finally find her motherfucking mind, when she get her mind back and decide to come back, guess what I'm gonna be doing? Pimping. It shows who you are as a man when there's some consistency in your life. You know, when you a man, it ain't one day, you know, you this and one day you that and one day you this and one day you that. It's consistency. That's when we see, okay, he's some pimping. At first, I thought the nigga was just having a little run, you know what I mean? But he's really the pimping, you know what I mean? Yeah, most just coming. I thought that the nigga was just a little pretty boy and shit, and these bitches was paying him, you know what I mean? Because they thought the nigga was looking like genuine, so they gave the nigga a gold mine. But yeah, now that I've seen this nigga go through some motherfucking mountains and hurdles and shit, and he's still motherfucking possessing and professing and confessing and manifesting this shit, I can respect the nigga now because I seen him go through something. I seen him go through something, and after he went through that something, he came up with everything. I can respect him. Yeah. That nigga some pimping. Yeah, that's pimping. That's pimping. Yeah. I seen them, man, when niggas was lying on them. I seen them when motherfuckers was sitting up there getting into some evangelism with the criticism, lying on his motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? And the nigga pimp past all of that. Yeah, he's some pimping. Yeah, I seen when that bitch sit up there and chose up with his enemy, man, and he didn't sit up there and go kill nobody or Uzi the motherfucking block. You know what I mean? What'd he do? Man, he stayed pimping, man. That's pimping. Yeah, that's pimping, man. Yeah, when so-called veteran pimps is lying on you, you know what I mean? And you don't sit up there and get into your feelings, get into some emotionalism. You sit up there and increase in knowledge and wisdom so you can sit up there and do some pimping. Yeah, that's pimping, man. Yeah, that's pimping. This game ain't for that soft shit that you be seeing on the internet, man. You know, all this Michael Jackson, we are the world shit that you be seeing on Dinosaur. Yeah, man, you know, he's a pimp too. You know, I think Freeze just be hating. I think Sin and them, man, them niggas some haters, man. Yeah, I think that the Lou dude, man, I think he a pimp, man. Yeah, he got a bitch too. Yeah. The crackhead over, yeah, he got a bitch too. Yeah, the dude that just crawled out the garbage can, yeah, he got a bitch too. The guy that just got through tricking, yeah, he got a bitch too. Yeah, I think he's some pimping. You know, so when you get them in the group, they got this whole, we are the world. They got this whole, we are the game. We are the pimp and make a better day. So let's start, hold on, let's call everybody a pimp. They got that shit going on. They got the we are the world shit. Hey, man, my name's Sinful to Pete, man. I don't want to be your friend, man. Yeah, meet me through the bitch, man. I met a lot of motherfucking busters and hoe trusters in this shit, man. I don't need no motherfucker. I got a cool, you know, chosen few. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be cool with you niggas, man. You know what I mean? I don't even like you, and I ain't trying to hide that shit either. Nope. I don't know. I don't like you. I don't. You know what I mean? I be looking at that bitch as stupid as a motherfucker, knowing that Sinful to P is living and she paying your dumb ass. You know what I mean? She should be fucking with some real pimping. She should be fucking with me. She know, you know that I'm smarter than you. You know I got more game than you. You know I got more pimping than you. I don't know why that bitch fucking with you. Gotta be some boyfriend, girlfriend shit. Cause if the bitch had wanted some pimping, she'd be fucking with me. I ain't trying to be cool with smooth news and all that shit. I'm not trying to, no, I'm not trying to be cool with tricks. That's why some of y'all, when y'all heard me earlier this morning, I had to clarify that shit. Hey, man, we ain't talking about no pimping, because I don't talk about pimping with tricks, man. Yeah, I don't talk about pimping with tricks, man. I'm a pimp, man. I stay out of trick business, man. So the only thing we can talk about is businesses and restaurants and all that other shit. All I could do, man, you understand me, is just chop your motherfucking ass and put your mind in a blender and shit like that. But we can't talk pimping, man. I don't sit up there and talk to clients like they giants, man. We don't do that. You know, but y'all got that, we are the world, we are the children. You know, we are all pimps, make a better day, so let's start pimping. You know, you niggas got that, we are the world, you know what I mean, YMCA shit going on. You too friendly for me. You know what I mean? I be mad at my brother sometime. I love him to death. But Freeze got that light skin pimping shit going on. He want to be cool with everybody. I ain't want to be cool with you. No, I don't. I'm trying to get some more money so I can get away from you niggas. You know what I mean? I don't even want to be around your ugly ass. I swear I don't. I don't think a lot of y'all pimping. I don't think shit of you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get some more of this money and get some more of this shit and get some more of this shit and get some more of this shit and stay far away from you busters. You know what I mean? Because I know you hate that God blessed me to be me. I know that you mad because of the investment that God put in me. I know you upset at the anointing on my life. I know you upset because of all my capabilities and shit. Because I can do some shit that you can't do. You know, so I need to stay far away from you. You'll fuck around and try to kill this pimper. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm a handsome pimp too. Yeah, man, you're going to try to kill this pimping, man. I got to stay away from all you old ugly, you understand me, can't spell your name by the grace of God on a smartphone ass nigga. I got to stay away from you niggas, man. You know what I mean? Some of y'all broke, you dusty. You know what I mean? You upset. You don't even like the bitch that you sending out the door. So, of course, you want to sit up there, you know what I mean, and kill me. You know what I mean? You praying to God that something happened to me. You know, so yeah, man, I need to get some more money, man. You know, maybe in the future I might be going live in another planet and shit. You know, I told y'all I might go get a cold bankroll and be able to pimp in Pluto one day and just go live in Pluto and y'all can get this game while I'm in Pluto and shit. I got to get far and far away. All you bitches that's listening right now, we supposed to be coming together for the world's greatest choosing fee. Seeing I got a husband, baby, that don't matter. Seeing I got a boyfriend, that don't matter. You know, leave all that shit alone, baby. Y'all come all on one accord and put y'all money together and let's make history and come up with the coldest choosing fee ever and give it to Sinful to P. Now that's pimping. You know, that's pimping, man. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to sit up there and talk a little shit. But yeah, I had to let that be known, man. That's dangerous to tell a young man he can do whatever he want, you know what I mean, because he homeless, man. You know, that's why I said, hey, let me just say this to you youngsters, man. You know, just because a motherfucker got some cars, some jewelry, how many times I got to keep telling you niggas, man, stop thinking like the hoe. Stop thinking like the bitch. You too moved by shiny things. That's what the bitches, they into that. Let them do that. You know, she got the power to choose. Let her choose, man. I seen so many niggas choosing last night when I seen Freeze talking to that trick. And while Freeze was talking to the trick, I seen niggas sitting over there being Trina and shit. They was being the baddest bitch in the comment section, just twerking. Like, yeah, Freeze, he got more money than you. Yeah, Freeze, he got more money than you. Yeah, he doing better than you, Freeze. He win, he doing better than you. Nigga, it's a lot of tricks that's doing better than me. Yeah, it's a lot of tricks that shitting on sinful to people. My money, everything that I got, it don't even compare to a lot of what these tricks got. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Yeah, I'll talk to a trick like a broke motherfucker though. Yeah, I'll talk to a trick just like I talked to that trick earlier, you understand me, this morning, nigga. I'll talk to a trick, you know what I mean, like he broke as hell. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna continue to do. Yeah, I'll talk to a fucking billionaire, you know what I mean? Like he ain't got $1 in his motherfucking pocket. That don't mean nothing to me. Nigga, when you die, you just gonna die another trick. When I die, I'm gonna die a motherfucking cold pimping motherfucker. It's a difference. Not gonna respect you because you got $1 billion. If I just check $1 out of a hoe's ass, I done accomplished more than what you got, really. You know, if you really want to know the truth. You know what I mean? So yes, I will talk to a billionaire like he broke his heel. You see how I was talking to that little square, that motherfucking client, that trick, you know what I mean, earlier today. You see the trick didn't know what to do. You see the trick didn't know what to do when the pimping got on. He was sweating like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? He didn't know what to motherfucking do. He was sitting over there trying to Google some words or something. He was recycling shit. His brain wasn't even moving that fast. I took him from smooth to rough. See how I controlled that shit? Yeah, that's how you do it. See how I sit up there and brung the truth to him? Be like, man, I don't respect you, man. You became rich doing something else, and then you want to come to our culture and try to act like you King Tut when your money, you understand me, is funny, man. Yeah, your change is strange, man. You didn't do a damn thing in this motherfucking game. You ain't no different than Chris Brown and Soulja Boy, man, that got rich off rapping, and now you want to be a Crip and a Blood and shit like that. Man, what the fuck wrong with you? Come on, man. Like we don't know that you got rich, you know what I mean, off of you, and he ain't rich, but you know what I mean, like we know that you ain't getting no money, you know what I mean, working businesses and shit. Now you want to come in our culture and talk like you done did some cold pimping. Man, sit your trick ass down. Sit the fuck down. These niggas need to sit up there and get a verbal spanking for even allowing you to sit up there and give tutorials and speak like you some pimping. And these hoes is soft as a motherfucker. They sitting over here talking about, ooh, that's right. Ooh, that makes sense. Ooh, yeah. Just as dumb as hell. Because a real hoe that's controlled and governed by the spirit of hoeing, man, she gonna look past all them cars and them houses and shit and see the client, see that motherfucking trick for what he really is. You know? Yeah, so yeah, man, yeah. This ain't for we ain't trying to be cool with everybody. You know, I don't like that shit because the game ain't never been just cool with everybody. That's the problem. You know, being cool with everybody. You know? And then I'm going to show you, as I keep teaching, I'm going to show you how these lames creep up in the game. See, because by you guys glorifying the money and by you worshiping the money more than the game, you allow any lame to come in that got some materialistic things to profess this pimping. You niggas are at fault for allowing these tricks to talk like pimps because you be talking to tricks like they pimps. Niggas going live with tricks and shit. You know what I mean? Spitting, pimping, and yeah, what's going on, P? What's going on, P? I'm in my mind like, boy, this boy look like he fresh off a date. He look like he done just gave, you know what I mean, just paid the shit out of a hoe. What's going on, P? What's going on? Oh, man, I can't call it like a blind referee. What you got going on over there? Oh, you know, man, we just over there. That's how, and I have to tell it like it is, some of you niggas are at fault for these bitches choosing these motherfucking con males. Seeing how is the nigga at fault for the bitch choosing the con male? Because some of these bitches can't think past go, and we in 2021, so in this era, you know, bitches be looking at pictures and videos, and if they see a real pimp or real pimps associating and communicating and taking pictures and going live with somebody, you're validating that trick. You're saying that this trick is some pimping. Appreciate that 5, man. Appreciate that. I ain't tripping about that. You know, I already knew when I started talking about this pimping and the way I'm coming with it, I knew I wasn't gonna get a lot of likes and donations in anyway. Now, if I was to tell them about their favorite celebrity or make them feel good, man, you'll see likes all around this motherfucker, man. You'll see 50s or hundreds and all that shit. But because I'm talking about some full-fledged, you know what I mean, pimping and hitting these niggas in the chest, letting them know that they validating tricks and shit like that, you know what I mean, they in their feelings right now. You know what I mean? That's all that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Now look at Balance, man. Balance come up in here. You know what I mean? You know he's some ism. You know what I mean? Respect the Balance, man. You know that's how a pimp's supposed to look, man, in that profile picture. You know, clean as fuck. Shout out to Balance, though. Yeah, but see, by you taking pictures, you know what I mean, with tricks, by you taking pictures with the rapper, by you taking pictures with the weed man, by you going live on Dinosaurs with clients, what you think them bitches think? What you think them bitches say? Oh, he must be some pimping. And now she taking in consideration to get an accumulation some money, you know what I mean, to this goddamn trick, because you sitting over here smiling and laughing and shit, you know, with this trick, chopping it up like he's some ism. Like I said, this shit has become too soft. Anybody can claim any goddamn thing and come in this shit and say you ain't never seen this person in the street. So that means that a police officer that had been a police officer for 20 years can just come into pimping with some materialistic things and y'all just gonna go. We never put no money above this game. It's the great, honorable, incomparable, my big brother from another mother. You know, Andre Taylor said, it says, when you glorify the money, when you worship money, you setting yourself up to be knocked by somebody that got more money than you. Person ain't even got to have more pimping than you. But because you glorified the money, the bitch will leave you and just go to somebody who had more money than you. Man, appreciate that 10, man. Good looking. We don't worship money. We glorify the game. We magnify and glorify game. We understand that money comes, you know what I mean, that's going to gravitate to us regardless. Appreciate the 5. You know what I mean? That's going to come to us regardless. We just got to stay pimping. Ain't worshiping no money. The pimping is above the goddamn money. Yeah, the pimping gonna keep a mirror around because he got to keep his eyes on the prize. The eyes on the prize ain't the motherfucking money. It's the pimping. This pimping. And money just come, you understand me? And it's gravitating to the motherfucker because he pimping. He don't got to make deals. The money gonna come. All he got to do is stay steadfast, unmovable, and abound in his pimping. Maintaining his principles, maintaining his balls, manhood. You know, that's pimping. P, what's pimping? Man, when that bitch sit up there knowing that you got utilities and necessities to take care of, and you depending on that currency that she got in another state, and you got that bitch on automatic, but because, you know what I mean, she don't like this particular wifey or she in her feelings and shit, the bitch want to get jazzy and shit on the goddamn phone. Because you ain't next to the bitch, you on the phone. And so because, you know what I mean, you on the phone because you in Chicago and the bitch in Hawaii, you know what I mean, she want to talk crazy now. Knowing that you need your issue, knowing that you need to take care of certain, things and shit like that. But now she want to be problematic and all this old goofy shit. But see, when you govern by this pimping, you're not going to sit up there and kiss the whole ass and, you know what I mean, bow to the bitch and sit up there, you understand, baby, you right, baby, you right. You right, baby, you know what I mean? What was I thinking? If you want me to get rid of her, you know what I mean, I'm going to get rid of her, baby, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all about me and you, baby. And, you know, if she, you know what I mean, don't get along with you, she got to go. You right, baby. So, yeah, go ahead and send my money. I'm not gonna pimp like, I don't, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn pimping. You know, bitch, you gonna send it or not. You know, which one you gonna do, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cast no pearls before swine. You either gonna send me mine or not. You know what I mean? Or you gonna give it to somebody else, bitch. You know what you own. That's pimping. You know, if you don't give it to me, somebody else gonna give it to me. Bitch, you know I'm a pimping motherfucker. You know, if you leave today, you might come back tomorrow and see, you understand me, 2, 3 more motherfuckers that's new, brand new. You know I'm a pimping motherfucker. You know I always stay pimping. And that's why you always gotta stay pimping in front of that hoe. You know, never let that boyfriend, girlfriend spirit come into your home, you know, where the bitch that got too comfortable being the only bitch and all of that shit, man. Stay campaigning, man. Yeah, talking to other women, you know what I mean, in front of that woman. You know? Yeah. Let her hear you, let her see you, you know, campaigning. Always be pimping. That spirit of comfortability, you know, that's an enemy to the pimping. That's an enemy. Yeah, that's an enemy to the game, man. You don't ever become too comfortable. Oh, you know, he don't want much. He just want me. He just want me. He don't want much. He cool with this little 800 or he cool with this little 1200 that I be bringing in every day. He don't want nobody else. He cool with just staying in the house and not really getting out and not putting in no daytime work and, you know, me sitting over there, you know, sucking his dick and making his food and, you know, just breaking on little old me. He cool. You know, you done become complacent. You done become, you know what I mean, very comfortable in this little ass situation. Because a lot of y'all situation that you think that's big, you know, is little as hell. I see certain people talking like they kings in the game. Hey man, knock that shit off, man. That ain't no money. And another reason why that ain't no money to me, because the truth of the matter is, I could have made more money than all you motherfuckers, and I didn't even have to be in the game. If it was all about money, man, I could have made some money. I could have made millions, you know what I mean, legally, and didn't have to even take penitentiary chances, you know what I mean, and made more money than that. We talking about pimping though. And see, like I said, by you putting materialistic things over this game, you are allowing tricks to slip through the cracks, you know what I mean, and sit up there and get traps from these hoes simply because you validating them. Stop validating tricks, man. Stop validating tricks. If you know this person is a trick, if you know this person is a gangbanger, a stranger, you know what I mean, a complete idiot, and he don't got a pea bone in him, you don't see, you know what I mean, that he's worthy of inheriting this game, you know what I mean, the bounce off. When Dino try to add you or somebody try to add you, or if you in the streets, you know what I mean, I even seen Mac Jag. This one video of Mac Jag. And this one dude, he tried to go live in the restaurant. Young Mac Jag, he can hurry up and got away from that. Yeah, he bounced right out of the camera. He sat up there and moved the fuck out of that camera like he should have. I don't want to be in no videos with no non-pimping motherfuckers. I don't want to be in no pictures with no non-pimping motherfuckers because I know I'm validating you. I'm some pimping. I'm known for pimping. I don't want to be in no picture and no video with you. That ain't doing nothing but giving you a license to be a con male. I don't want to help you deceive hoes. Taking pictures, going on lives, doing videos with tricks is helping con males deceive hoes out of money. We don't do that. You know what I mean? Oh, P has that pimp. Yeah, enforcing the game, maintaining standards of the game. Yeah, that's pimping. When you really love hoes, when you really care about the well-being of a hoe, you know what I mean? When you really don't want to see a hoe that got some good hoe potential get involved with this wrong individual that's going to take advantage, you know what I mean, of her being green and shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're not taking pictures and videos with con males and, you know what I mean, making con males feel comfortable claiming pimping and shit like that. Why? Because you love the game. You're a protector of the game. You're a watchman of the game. And when you're a watchman, you got to watch, you know what I mean, for those who are wolves in sheep clothing. Hypocrites that's trying to reap off the benefits, you know what I mean, of young ladies being ignorant that just came into the game. You know? So listen, let me go over some things. You know how sin is. Before you know it, I'll sit up there and talk so much motherfucking shit, 120 minutes to sit up there and blew by. But let's go to the beginning, you know, before we get to the ninth inning on this shit, you know what I mean? Take it back, you know? Now, a person cannot say that they have pimped and they haven't had no elevation, in a woman's life. You have so many claiming, pimping, and if you was to actually talk to ex-hoes of theirs, students of theirs, and ask them questions and be like, well, what did you learn? What did you gain? What game did you pick up? What did you gain from that? Characteristics, materialistics, realistic thing is she supposed to gain something, So what did you gain? What did you learn? What did you earn? What did you gain by being under his instructions? And that hoe supposed to be able to speak fluently and eloquently about how she was elevated by your pimping. If you got a woman who really didn't go past the 3rd grade, 6th grade, in education, she dropped out in grammar school, as a pimp, that you won't be able to reach certain plateaus and dimensions in the game until you sacrifice time to spend time educating this woman. Because hoeing consists of more than just catching dates. To be a hoe, you got to be a woman first. So everything that she missed at home, you got to give her those teachings. You can't say that you pimp and all you did was break on the bitch. A trick could have did that. A child could have did that. A smoker could have did that. A homeless individual could have did that. What have you done other than break on the bitch? How did you elevate her? How did you educate her? What has changed in her behavior? When she came to you, was she a tomboy? When she came to you, was she professing to be a lesbian? When she came to you, did she know how to walk in heels? When she came to you, did she have any femininity? Did she have any professionalism? How have you pimped on her? And like I told you, I gave you game. The best way to sell a book, the best way to sell anything is not just having a whole bunch of reputable representation in the game pertaining to pimping. What shows your pimping is when you have women on one accord speaking on how you elevated their lives. How your pimping was so beneficial that it even helped them be official in other lanes. They might not even be in the game anymore. But because of the information that you gave in the previous years, they're still reaping off the benefits of paying your pimping. That's pimping. That's pimping when you got XO. That's why I always had to salute Dre, because Dre is one of the few pimps that actually can still talk to his ex-hoes. And his ex-hoes still respect him. They still love him. They still honor him. That speaks volumes about the man that he is. That speaks volumes about his pimping. That ex-hoes still call for cancel. They still call, because they still have honor for him. That speaks volumes about what he did for their lives. The information, how impactful, empowering the information, the game was to them. That speaks volumes, nigga, whether you know it or not. So listen, if you got a broad who is a little, let's just talk for real, she a little slow, she's slower than the other women within the family, you're going to have to privately spend some time, because when I say privately, don't make a woman feel less than what she is by making her feel slow as hell around her wifeys. Give her counsel, give her guidance, give her wisdom, and teach her privately, pull her to the side, and lace her motherfucking ass. Your P got to stand for patience, with dealing with certain women, because everybody comprehension is not up to par. But you just might have a hoe who comprehension is not equivalent to the other students within your classroom, but at the same time, she got so many code capabilities, even though she might not get it as fast as they got it, but once she got it, it don't even matter who had got it first. She's just that cold. Once she got it, she got it. So even though that bitch understood, you know what I mean, some code pimping or understood your instructions, or when you gave some new game, you know, certain bitches took your game and they was able to improvise and shit like that. But when she got it, she took off when she finally understood. So your P got to stand for patience. You got to have patience, you know what I mean, with a bride. Instead of basically sitting over there pulling your sleeves up and say, man, fuck this shit, man. Goddamn, I give up. The pimping within you keeps compelling you to keep teaching, to keep lacing her up. Because you understand that the solution within you is greater than any problem that she can bring. That's pimping. That's pimping. Pimping ain't running away from problems or complaining and weeping and having gnashing of teeth and being a woe is me ass nigga because the hoe got problems. You know what I mean? Pimping is when you produce solutions for the problems so the problems no longer exist. That's pimping. That's pimping. That's pimping. Not getting on IG every day crying about how the game used to be and all of that. You could have took that time and energy and actually came up with a solution. Okay, we know the problem, we acknowledge the problem, and now that we come into acknowledgement, when are we gonna come on one accord to fix the problem? We cried about the problem. We went live about it. We said, oh, P, back in 16, 17 BC, the game used to be like this. The game used to be like that. Okay, if we want to take it further than even what it used to be, we know what we got to do. What do we have to do? And once you come to a conclusion of what you have to do, execute it, enforce it, go. You know, but just crying about a problem, that's not going to fix a problem. After you finish crying about the problem, that problem will still remain. Get my likes over 400. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you click on the subscribe and bell. But yeah, make sure my likes get over 400. Go ahead and hit that like button. Get them likes up. You know? But let me just put this out there too. You have to know how to treat a hoe. That's pimp. That's pimping, P. You know, the way you treat your hoe, because some of you have a false depiction and definition and vision about this game, and the way you treat women in this game. You know, it's quite obvious why your keep hand, you know, is not as good as your catch hand. You know, you able to obtain, but you never really maintain simply because of the way you treat and talk, you know, to people. You know, I'm going to tell you something that's so simple but very hard for a lot of you to do. Be quiet. When you feel yourself getting angry and you want to just knock this bitch head off her shoulders or call her a bunch of stupid motherfuckers, you have to understand. Oh my God, let me just say this. Pimping is also when you wanted to be able to say something, but you know what? You mentally respond instead of emotionally react. That's pimping. Instead of emotionally reacting like the typical nigga would do in that circumstance, the pimping is able to speak in the vernacular of silence until the pimping, the spirit of pimping ministered to him, so now he can be able to mentally respond. That's pimping. Because you have to be very careful of what come out your mouth, because you can destroy that woman. You got to be very careful of what you say out your mouth, because you might call this bitch a bunch of stupid, dumb motherfuckers and stupid this and dumb this, and you an idiot, and bitch you ain't this, and bitch you ain't that, and this and that and that, and man, you done verbally beat down the bitch so cold, you know what I mean, that yeah, it's obvious to see why you ain't getting no money. You got to be quiet. Even though I'm talking to the pimping, I'm talking to, you know what I mean, guys outside of the game. You know, it's just sometimes best to just shut the fuck up. Touch somebody and say, shut the fuck up. Lean to your neighbor and say, neighbor, shut the fuck up. Look to the right and say, neighbor, shut the fuck up. Because some of you have mouthpieces that are so deadly, even though you've never killed anybody physically, the things that you're able to say verbally, you compel a person to have a physical death. Do you hear me? I appreciate, you know what I mean, the 10. New child, what's up, man? Top of it. You got to watch what you say. Mentally responding is pimping. Emotionally reacting is contrary to the pimping. You know? So you got to be careful of what you say to that woman. You might say some things out your mouth and she might not ever be able to recover. So in this game, you know, we get too comfortable. Fag this, stupid bitch this, the stupid this, dumb that. And you have to understand, as a man thinking, as a woman thinking, so is that man, so is that woman. And when you are planting seeds, you know, in that woman's mind that she's stupid, that she's dumb. Just imagine if that girl has been hearing that she's stupid and dumb all her life from her mother. Her father wasn't there, you know, or maybe the mother wasn't there. The grandmother used to call her stupid. She used to get called stupid at school. She used to be made feel stupid at school. You know, even the teacher used to complain, girl, why you ain't understanding? Why you ain't understood this yet? Damn, you still ain't got this? Damn, you still ain't got the answer yet? Damn. You have to understand that women are completely different than men. That is an emotional being. That is the embodiment of emotionalism. You have to be very careful of what you say out of your mouth. Appreciate the 20, brother. Like I said, some of you have never physically killed anybody, but the things that you released out of your mouth, you might as well killed her. You got to be very careful of what you say out of your mouth. The young generation today, they're overtly disrespectful to women in the lifestyle. It should be a difference between the way pimps treat their women and somebody that's an abusive square. And when I say abusive, I don't mean just physically, verbally as well. It should be a difference. You shouldn't be talking to the hoe and making the hoe feel less of a human being and making her feel less of a woman. You know what I mean? You supposed to be her man. You supposed to be the one that was designed by the divine, you know what I mean, created especially for her. It ain't supposed to be stupid motherfucker this, dumb motherfuckers this. Now I understand we get upset. And I understand that when it come time to check a bitch, you know what I mean, we gonna check a bitch. But you can check her without saying certain things. You know? Yeah, you can check her without saying certain things, man. You really can. Some of you go a little bit too far. And I'm here to tell you that some of you think that that's pimping. I'm here to tell you today and declare that's not pimping. You just in your feelings. Oh man, I'm about to go there. It just dropped in my spirit. I wasn't even thinking about that. You know what I mean? But, you know, I've said it once. Let me say this another time. Hey man, some of y'all be getting knocked or a bride will blow up. And because you still in your feelings about that bride blowing up or choosing up, when she come back, you still be in your feelings about it. Yeah, you still be in your feelings about that hoe choosing up on you. You still be in your feelings, you know what I mean, about that hoe sitting over there, you understand me, blowing up on you. And it shows. You still upset about that. You can't even pimp accordingly because you still mad at the bitch. Appreciate that 5, famo. You know, you still upset. You still got hate in your heart. You going to sit up there and do her bad, you know, for being a bitch. You mad at the bitch. You mad at the bitch for being a bitch. You mad at the bitch for doing bad bitch shit. You mad at the hoe for doing hoe shit. That's a waste of time. Stop being angry at hoes for doing hoe shit. Stop being angry at bitches for doing bitch shit. It's in them to do that. I told you years ago, and some of y'all still don't understand what I be saying when I'm conveying what I'm saying. Hey, look, check it out. Jeremiah 17:9 told you the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Let me say that again. The book of Jeremiah, the 17th chapter and the 9th verse. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Listen, she's governed by how she feel. She don't even know what the fuck she gonna do. You know what I mean? She do a lot of goofy shit, especially if she's young-minded. So if the bitch did a mad move or she sit up there and chose on somebody you didn't like and all of that shit, hey man, the moment that you allowed her to come through the door, you know, you supposed to leave all that alone and pimp, man. See, when you really govern by the spirit of pimping, you can accept that knocking, and when you get knocked for that hoe, when she get her mind and decide to bring a gold mine to get back in the door, you don't hold that against the bitch. You don't hold that against the bitch. Every time y'all get into something, you keep washing her face, you know what I mean, with what happened and what didn't happen, you know what I mean, in the yesterday. Man, pimp on. Pimp on. I'm not saying that, you know, when it's ain't time to rebuke a bitch and bring clarity, you know what I mean, about history, you know, but some of you continuously do it on a daily. You still in your feelings about getting knocked. And I'm here to tell you that that ain't pimping. I accept if I get a phone call. I understand. If that hoe decided to give a penny of my money to somebody else, you know what I mean? Hey, that's on him. They together. Because she disobeyed my instructions. And she gave a penny of my money to somebody else. So she was somebody else. I'm not in my feelings about it. I understand my lifestyle. I understand the consequences, you know what I mean, of this lifestyle. And I accept that. It is what it is. It is what it is. One of you right now, hey, check it out. Hey, this ain't never happened. But one time with Simpin Lied, you know what I mean? Simpin Lied had just got through paying, you know what I mean, for his bitch booty, you know what I mean, and just got work done on his booty, on the bitch booty, right? So after he paid for the bitch booty, one of my subscribers, well, we cool now, but at that time he was just a subscriber on YouTube. He said, "Sin, can I talk to you?" I said, "Cool, man, what's going on?" He said, "No, I need the rapper taste with you." He said, "Man, it ain't about no consultation, man. It's some pimp shit, man. I need to talk to you." I said, yeah, okay." And we chop it up. He said, "Yeah, man, I know Clyde, your boy, man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to let you know, man, you know what I mean? Cause I don't know, you know, how to go about this. But yeah, man, you know the little broad that he just, you know, paid to get her booty done? Yeah, man, you know, she been out of pocket with me, man. You know what I mean? She been sending me, yeah, she broke herself, woo. True story. You know what I mean? And when I told Clyde, man, you should have seen his face. You know? Now, I give him this because, you know, I don't lie on nobody. You know, he ain't cussed the nigga out or get into his feelings and things like that, man. But, hey, man, remain pimpish at all time. Touch somebody and say, remain pimpish at all time, regardless of what circumstance may be. Remain pimpish. Remain pimping at all time. In them type of situations, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, it is what it is. I will accept anybody knocking me. You know, if she decide to sit up there and be with a stranger and gang banger, you know what I mean? That's on her. You know what I mean? That's on that bitch, man. Yeah, that's on that's on that bitch if she decide to do that stupid ass shit. I'm not gonna get upset and want to kill one of y'all because the bitch done did something stupid. Nah, I got a bitch out here right now. You know what I mean? I love her to death. Yeah, I love that hoe. I ain't gonna, I know people get on the internet and they want to put on that, man, I love the shit out that hoe. Love her. Invested so much pimping in her. But right now, she being silly. You know what I mean? Want to call me at all times of the night and shit just to hear me talk and all of this shit, hear me breathe. Sometimes don't even be saying nothing. You know, just silly right now. All I can do, you know, is pray for the hoe to find her mind one day. And when she have her mind, you know what I mean, she'll come back and reconcile with the pimping. But until then, I got pimping to do. I can't weep and cry, you know what I mean, because she done lost her mind and she done caught that disease called stupid bitch. You know what I mean? Hey, what I tell you guys? You know what I mean? It's just that disease that go around goofy bitch, silly bitch, unwise bitch, brutish bitch, stupid bitch. It's just, man, and it's like all of them get it at different times. You got to pimp past that. Yeah, you got to pimp past that, man. You know, you gotta pimp past that. Yeah, she just be calling me just to hear me. I say, hello, hello, hello. Okay, I know it's you. Just speak right now. I know that it's you. I'm glad that you still living and you still doing your thing. Sometimes she just break down and start crying. And she ain't the only one that's ever done that. You know what I mean? You know when a hoe call you and I messed up. And you gotta have some pimping. What I tell you, you know what's pimping? Is when a hoe decide to expire, and if you decide to allow that hoe to come back and you're pimping greater than when before she previously even left. You're on a whole nother level now. You know what I mean? You're pimping so cold that she's uncomfortable. Yeah, she's uncomfortable. Yeah, you done went to a whole nother dimension of this shit. You got a more marketable, more profitable, situation going on, with these new family members, with these new students. Yeah. Making her uncomfortable. Because some of y'all ain't never made a hoe even feel like that. You so lazy and your so-called pimping, that hoe ain't being provoked to do some hoeing. Pete, what you mean by that? Hey man, check it out, man. By you niggas, some of you niggas do be having other hoes, but you never knocked on the caliber of that bitch. And so because you got one bitch that's at this caliber, and then you got other little broads in the family that ain't on her level, ain't on that particular caliber, she's not provoked. She not provoked. Some of y'all be just digging in the garbage can, just to say, let me see, man, let me just hurry up and just grab something just to say that I'm out here campaigning, just to sit up there and just say that I'm knocking something. Let me dig in the garbage can. Let me go to the thrift whole store and see what I can find, just to throw it together. Some of y'all so-called pimp like that. So by you not having somebody else that is equivalent or greater, she's not really, she ain't provoked. You know what I mean? You be bringing scallywags and skanky babes and shit, in the family. You ain't knocked something marketable and more profitable yet. Some of y'all got, some snow, and I'm going to just tell it like it is on all sides. Some of y'all got some snow, and you be knocking, subpar, regular, average, little black bras. Appreciate the 20. Yeah, you ain't knocked a real high caliber black hole. Because there's some black holes, man, out there that run circles around, some pretty snow, truth be told. They don't gonna put that out there. That's what I told you. You don't hear saying that crow this and duck this. I don't even talk like that. Why? Because Sin done had some black holes that I love. Yeah, you don't hear me talking like that. I love black women. I never felt like I had to make black women feel less to be more appealing to white women. I always thought that was lame. But anyway, look, check this out. Some of you have situations where the little white broad, she cool now with with having other wifeys because she know that them other wifeys, she feel that they not as attractive as she is. They don't make as much money as she does. Okay, so as long as she's in a family where she feels exalted or above all the rest of the family members and things like that, that's the only reason why she's staying. But I dare you to pimp up and knock something, on that same caliber or greater, and see if she be able to stay down in. See if she be able to stay down there. See if that bitch be able to hold and continue to have a smile on her face and be joy unspeakable and have joy unspeakable in the game, you know, with a hoe or other hoes that's just as beautiful or making more money than her. Let's see how she is in that situation. Like I said, never been tested. Never been tested. You know, and that's why I say everybody shouldn't be able to speak on this pimping. Some of these niggas ain't been tested, and some of these bitches ain't been tested. You got a whole bunch of people that's talking about everybody, but ain't went through nothing. Never been tested. How somebody that never been, you know, let me speak on that before I go to my next subject. Hey, check this out. All these guys, you know, saying, can you be some pimping? Do you got to go to the track to be some pimping? Do you got to send a hoe, you know, to the blade, you know what I mean, to be some pimping? Do you got to, you know, have track experience and be known by other pimps on the track, you know what I mean, to be considered some pimping? Now, of course, many of you replied and said, oh, no, you ain't got to go to the track. Oh, no, you ain't got to do this. Oh, no, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to, no, you ain't got to do that. Seeing what you think. Hey, man, this is what I'm going to say. When you build a house, you build it from the ground up. You understand me? Fundamentals come before monumental things. You know? She got to be taught the fundamentals before she can do something monumental in the game. You know? So the same way that you build a house from the ground up, that's the same way you build a hoe from the ground up. And I don't care how much money is being generated, you know what I mean? At some point, she needs to have, her feet need to have touched that concrete. You have to have some outside experiences. What if the internet crash? What if the strip club gets slow? Why you don't have no game for the outside? A pimp is in love with game. He's going to have game. He's going to have information on how to basically get the accumulation in all locations and in all spectrums of the game. That's a pimp. If we go to this area, okay, the track ain't really, you know, popping like that, but the strip club is. Okay, bitch, get your Boston baked bean head ass up in that damn strip club. You know that, you know, I want you horn in that motherfucker. Yeah. We might go to an area, you know what I mean, where the lines was like really popping and things like that. You know what I mean? Hey, the pimpin' then taught her how to sit up there, man, and get his money that way. You know? She shouldn't be limited pertaining to nothing. So when I see all these people continuously talking down on the track, talking down on the fundamentals, appreciate the 20, that ain't even the pimping. How you gonna talk against the foundation? How you gonna talk against what the game is standing on, which is the foundation? So whenever you see somebody trying to speak against the track or trying to, yeah, you know, that's the lowest level, and let me tell you this. I know a P out there in that California, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that nigga done check millions off the blades. So please throw that shit away. Please throw that shit away. You know, I be seeing people talking about, oh man, you know, I do it at the strip club, or I do it. I'm not hating on that. Do your thing. But I'm not, see me, I don't minimize none of the areas of the game. I don't think less of that P if he became a millionaire, you know what I mean, through the strip club. You know, that's on P. You know, he did his thing. That's how he got to where he got. But I'm gonna look at him crazy if he started down talking to Blade. I be looking at all y'all crazy when you say, oh yeah, I graduated from the track. Oh, when was graduation? Because I didn't see you. Well, wait a minute, hold on. You graduated from the track. When was graduation? Was any real pimps and hoes there? Oh, you was the only one there at graduate. Oh, okay, that explains it. That explains it. Oh, I graduated from the track. When this happened? You no hoeing motherfucker. What the fuck you mean you graduated from the track? It's this one little bitch that be going live and she just be as drunk as she want to be. You know what I mean? And because she light skinned, I noticed that about you. If a bitch white or if she light and she's so light that she damn near white, you niggas got a soft spot in your heart. So, you know, you ain't gonna pimp and really go hard because the bitch light skinned or she white and all that old goofy ass shit. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, and some of y'all know who I'm talking about. The bitch always got a bottle in her hand. Bitch always drinking. Bitch got the spirit of division in her titties. You know what I mean? Hold on. There we go. You know, got the spirit of division in her titties, and she just always drinking. And she always talking down on the track. And I be thinking to myself, damn, what mansion you in? What property do you own? What are you talking about? Graduated from the track. When this happened? You know? So listen, man. I'm not saying that a person ain't gonna elevate and start doing other things and start getting his money in other areas and things like that. But even when he becomes a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, no real full-fledged authentic pimp is going to speak against the foundation. He's just not. You know, he's going to have appreciation for everything that he learned from the blade because he understands that the things that he learned from the blade is what made him the pimp that he is today. He understands that, you know what I mean? It's just certain things that a motherfucker that's getting strip club money and that's all he ever did, or a motherfucker that was only getting internet money and that's all he ever did, he understand that, you know, his pimping ain't gonna be up to par like that pimping that was outside though. Just like when you heard me talking to that trick earlier, you know, he never been in that before. He never really had, you know what I mean, a pimp out, you know, with a real pimp going back and forth. He never had that. He didn't know what to do. And even though I know he's a trick, they think, some of them actually think that he's some pimping. You know what I mean? But let's just say if a actual P say that he never sent the hoe to a blade, he never sit up there, you know what I mean, and did anything outside, everything was strip club. Well, I'm here to tell you that when he come in the presence of pimps that been outside, when he come in the presence of pimps that pimp cross country, and they start having different conversations about different locations, you know what I mean, about, you know, doing pimping on the blade and shit like that, he gonna feel out of place. He not gonna really know how to participate in that conversation because he don't have no experiences, you know what I mean, outside. All he can tell you is about is a bitch posting and all of that, but he don't have no outside experiences. He don't know that. He don't know nothing about, you know, when you in one state and you got another hoe, you know what I mean, down in another state and she on the blade and she been checking it. And by her coming out looking so fine and so attractive in the correct hoe attire, you know what I mean? A lot of pimps thought that maybe she was the police or maybe she was a renegade, and then pimping run in her room and shit like that. Bitch, if you fucking with some pimping, call him right now. Call him right now. And the bitch called the pimping and got to get on the phone. Yeah, P, she fucking with pimping. I know that she been out there on automatic for some time now, and you probably thought, you know what I mean, that the hoe, you know what I mean, was a renegade and shit like that. But yeah, I'm just here to tell you, man, you know what I mean, yeah, she definitely fucking with some pimping. She's under instructions. That's the reason why she be speaking in the vernacular of silence when pimps be talking to her, P. Yeah, that's the reason why she don't be replying to y'all, because she complying to me. Yeah, that's the reason, P. You know, a motherfucker that don't pimp outside, that don't have no track experience, he can't tell you nothing like that. You know, he can't tell you, he can't tell a young pimp, you know, what to do in dangerous situations. Why? Because he ain't never been in no dangerous situations on the blade. He don't know what it's like to sit up there and talk a motherfucker out of pulling that gun down from his hoe's head. P, what you mean by that? Some of y'all already know when I had King Sean on here telling you, you know what I mean, how we was on our way to Rick's place on the west side, and his hoe called him and said, yeah, I don't want to sound out of pocket, but your friend, his hoe, you know what I mean, right now, I think she stole some money from a trick and he got a gun to her head. And we gotta hurry up and get back to the blade. And I gotta sit up there and pimp at this nigga's mind so he can get the gun out away from my bitch head on that Washington and Kilbourne. See, you can't, like I said, like if you don't have no street experience, if you never been outside, if you never pimped outside before, even if you made millions, from the strip club, when you talking to the young pimping or when you just talking even to the world, they gonna gravitate over here. Cause you ain't never been through anything. You ain't went through nothing. Hey, Paulina, good morning, babe. You ain't been through nothing. You sending them little broad, and treasures and all of that, and that's cool, man. I hope you get your measure out of treasure. But at the same particular time, man, when real pimps start chopping it up, about pimping outside, yeah, you're gonna be real uncomfortable because you never pimped outside. Get my likes up past 500, man. It's been in the 400 too long. Yeah, get my likes past 500, man. Y'all supposed to been have my likes really at 800 by now, man. Everybody hit the like button right now. Click on that subscribe and that bell. But check this out. When you pimping, outside, let me just teach you the benefits. Now, this is pimping. When you pimp cross country, see how when Freeze was live and all the young pimps, for those of you that seen it, all the young pimps was coming in. Yeah, I pimped with Freeze. Yeah, I pimped with Freeze. Yeah, I seen Freeze down. Yeah, I seen Freeze down in 6 different states. Yeah, I seen him. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, Sinful? Yeah, I remember woo, woo, woo. Yeah, I seen Sin over there. Yeah, I remember. Remember when little Young Nate came on? Young Nate was like, yeah, I did see Sin out there on the west. I've seen Freeze over here and over there. I didn't see, you know what I mean? And the cold part about it, let me just throw this out there. It's kind of like that Tookie and Jamel thing. A lot of the young Crips, they gravitated to Tookie, because Tookie was more approachable. Tookie was more likable than Jamel. So because Tookie was more likable than Jamel, you see a lot of Crips today trying to minimize pretty much Jamel's reputation in the days of old simply because of the things he said about Took that he never should have said. And by him not being as likable as Took, they try to make him a mascot and all of that shit. So that's just I'm just teaching you the same thing the Earth, Wind, and Fire taught. That's just the way of the world. If people like you, they'll speak up for you. If people like you, they'll exalt you to be above him. Why? Because you're likable. Bishop Don Magic Wine gave that game, years ago. Somebody got to like you. It's a few millionaire pimps that I know, well, y'all think they millionaires. So-called rich pimps, and, don't nobody really like them. It's a few that's likable, and there's a lot of them, that ain't. One of y'all know who I'm talking about. This one, he be fly as hell. He be having fly shit. But the reason why his name really don't come up like that is because they don't like him. Me personally, if I'll give a lovely fuck if you like me or not, but that's always been my attitude. Like I told you, my brother is my brother. We different in that aspect. If I don't think you some pimping, I'm not gonna just be talking about, hey P, what's up P, and be having conversations with you. My brother, until you do something that's like completely out of line or abominable, he gonna call you P, He gonna chop it up with you and shit like that. I'm not gonna chop it up with you, man. I'm not trying to be cool with you because some of you think that because we cool and we chopped it up that I ain't supposed to sweat this hoe of yours. And when I sweat this hoe, you think because we chopped it up for 15, 20 minutes and shit on the blade, you think that now all of a sudden when I'm sweating your hoe, AP, yeah, I just wanted you to know, yeah, that's my bitch, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's my bitch, man. yeah, I'm just letting you know, man. That's my bitch, man. See, I remember You know what I mean? And P came to me. He said, P, man, why you didn't tell me, man? You know what I mean? That was your hoe. Because me and Pimpin was riding up and down, you know what I mean, Long Beach. We was riding up and down Fig. You know what I mean? We was sitting over there riding up and down Sepulveda, you know, limousine riding. You know what I mean? And he didn't even know that some of the hoes that he was campaigning at, them was my hoes. But I never interrupted him not one motherfucking time when he was getting at the bitch because I wanted to see what them hoes was made of. And not just that, you know what I mean? I'm just not that type of dude. Like, yeah, man, that's my bitch. I'm just letting you know that's my bitch. Y'all know about the time, even when I was riding with Freeze one time. Me and Freeze sitting over there riding around that 27. I just put a new hoe down on that motherfucker. And I didn't tell Freeze, you know what I mean, that was my hoe. I didn't want Freeze to know that was the new hoe that I had put down. Why? Because I wanted Freeze. I respect his pimping. I respect his campaign. He got something to say to a bitch. I wanted to see what that hoe was made of. I wanted a real authentic pimp that got something to say to a bitch to sweat that hoe. I knew if I had informed Freeze that was my new hoe, you know what I mean, that he wasn't going to go as hard as he should have went. Or he 9 out of 10 wasn't even going to say nothing. So that's why I didn't tell him. I wanted to see what that bitch was made of, man. And when Freeze was sitting over there putting the full court press on that hoe, and that hoe, man, you understand me, kept speaking in the vernacular of silence, you know, never replying to him because she was complying to me. Yeah, you know what I mean? I said, okay, yeah. Okay, bitch, I see you. Okay, bitch, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, you like sinful. Yeah, you really like sinful, bitch. You know what I mean? You really trying to stand up when others is laying down. I see you, bitch. Okay, yeah, you gonna make both of my dimples come out about your horn. Yeah, I like that. You know? Freeze got angry at me, bro. Why you ain't tell me, you know what I mean, that was your hoe? Woo. I said I wanted to see what the bitch was made of. That's pimping. He was upset in his feelings because we brothers and shit, but he don't understand. I'm pimping. This pimping. I wanted you to pimp it that bitch. Hey, check this out. You want to know something else, man? I'm going to tell you something, and it's going to fuck a lot of y'all up. You might not fuck with me after this, right? Check it out, man. I'm about to put something in your ear. I love Freeze so much, and that's my brother, and I respect his pimping so much that if he had called me and said, P, you know what I mean, I've been talking to your sister, and your sister, man, you know what I mean, remember that time we went to that event? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Your sister followed me on IG. You know what I mean? And we've been talking. We've been on the phone. Yeah, she want to fuck with my pimping. Our brotherhood is gonna remain our brotherhood, and we gonna remain friends and partners and shit. I'm not gonna look at him different if my sister was to choose up on his pimping. He could be sending my sister, you understand me, to the blade, getting in and out of motherfucking cars, you understand me, catching dates and some more motherfucking shit, nigga. And I wouldn't have looked at him different, nigga. You know what I mean? And see, you squares, I already knew you wasn't even gonna be able to understand it. But the reason why you don't understand it and you don't fuck with it is because it's pimping. You know? That's pimping, man. I ain't mad at you if you want to pimp on my cousin or if you want to pimp on my sister. If she choose, she choose. If she decide to choose, she choose. Freeze got a sister in the game. If I sit up there and got at her and I decided to mash on her, you know what I mean? I know he ain't gonna be in his feelings. He know the type of pimp that I am. He know how it's gonna go down. He know what come with the territory of fucking with sin. He know exactly what's getting ready to happen if his sister decides to make a move. Yeah. He knows she about to be really down about it. Yeah, she gonna learn in some other areas and shit like that too. But you gotta be comfortable with knowing that your sister, your cousin, you know what I mean, or one of your ex-hoes, you know, is gonna be giving bankrolls, you know what I mean, to your friend or your brother. I'm cool with the fact of, she's making sacrifices and, everything to please him. I'm cool with that. She fucking him, sucking him, cooking his food, getting his clothes from the cleaners, manicuring his nails and giving him pedicures and shit like that. Hey man, that's not gonna make me want to kill the pimpin'. Yeah, I'm talking pimping right now. I know this is a foreign vernacular that's too spectacular for you square motherfuckers to even understand. I don't want to kill that pimp because he pimping on my sister, because he pimping on my cousin. Man, that's that square ass mentality. I'm the pimping. I'm the game. I'm not in my feelings about that. You know what I mean? I'm not in my feelings about that, man. That's when you are really governed by the spirit of pimping. And truth be told, I had rather see her with some pimping than become another statistic, getting pregnant and having 2 and 3 kids, by a motherfucker that don't got no ambition and no job, no game, no nothing. See, I think different than you. Oh, P, how could you say that? You don't really love your sister. Hey, man, I love my sister to death. But you must understand that I'm sinful to P. So I'm going to put this game above you, my sister, them hoes, myself. Game come first. So if my somebody might say, how would you feel about if your daughter, wanted to get in the game? How would you feel about your daughter, paying, a pimp? I wouldn't want none of my children to be involved in criminality. I wouldn't want none of my children to be doing anything that's contrary to the will of God and contrary to the law. But if my children be foolish enough to repeat my history and want to go backwards and go into the streets after daddy made a way out of no way and they want to be in the streets, I'm not going to be like you. I'm not going to say, don't do that. Please, baby, don't do that. Because I understand by me saying, don't do that. It's intensifying her desire to even want to do that, some more and some more. So I might as well give you some game so you can do this shit right. Yeah, I'm going to give you some game because most squares, they going to cry a river about, their daughter getting involved. But by me having some game, I'm going to give you some wisdom so you don't be out here by yourself. Yeah, that's pimping. Now, of course, what I just said, that really fucked with like, oh, man, sin wicked, man. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my, how could you say that? I just did. I just did. What do you mean? How can I just say? I just said it. I'd rather see my cousin, sister, whoever, fucking with the pimping than the boyfriend. Yeah. Because I seen the results of my sister dealing with some boyfriends. Yeah. I seen the results of my cousins messing around, with niggas that they thought that was cute. Yeah, and they still be calling me, asking me for help. They still need me, to be big brother and big cousin to them and all of that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, save all that square ass shit for somebody else. Because the truth of the matter is, if my sister would have chose up with Freeze, she'd have way more to show for it than sitting over there, you understand, in them relationships that she been in with them boyfriends. I'm talking pimping to you right now. I'm not talking no square shit to you right now. If you gonna unsubscribe, unsubscribe. You gonna hit the dislike, hit the dislike. You know what I mean? I understand. I'm talking pimping to you. So right now, of course, a lot of y'all not gonna like what the fuck I'm saying. I'm talking pimping to you. If it's good enough for me to pimp on your sister or your daughter or your mama, and if your grandmama, is still marketable, if it's good enough for me to send your grandmama, preside over your grandmama, then why I want to kill somebody and get mad if my sister or my cousin choose? That's backwards. Any nigga that's willing to pimp on your sister, pimp on your mama, pimp on your daughter, but when somebody go pimp at his legal age, you know what I mean, daughter or sister, cousin or whatever. Now he want to Uzi the whole block. He want to Uzi the blade. He want to M16, all of the pimping. He never was a pimp. Yeah, he never was a pimp. I know the consequences that come with my lifestyle, and I just know what it is. It's cold, ain't it? But at the same time, it is what it is. I told you, my name is not heartful. It's not pretty this, gorgeous this, freeze, or none of that. My name is sinful, and it's that for a reason. I appreciate everything that I went through because it made me callous in a lot of areas that I needed to be callous in. Preparing me to be a successful businessman. In the world of business, there is no heart, emotion. I'm not saying you don't have no morals, no standards, and no principles, but all of that, heart shit, hey man, that's for the squares. Yeah, that's for the squares, man. So I knew that a lot of y'all was gonna take it that way, but I had to give it to you because what's the title of this video? Now that's some pimping. That's some pimping. If you can take another pimp, pimping on your sister, pimping on your cousin, pimping on, your mama, and you don't want to kill no pimps, you don't want to kill the game, you understand that your cousin, your sister, your daughter, your mama, your grandmother, your great-grandmother made a choice, and that's the choice that she made. Hey, now one thing about it, let me sit up there and give clarity about that. See, a lot of you think that the pimps is boxers. Yeah, you think that a pimp giving the bitch black eyes and knocking her teeth out and all of that, you know what I mean? No, that ain't the pimping. I know you seen guys, that was professing to be this pimping, damn near beat some bitches till they was damn near dead and shit like that. Hey man, that's the motherfuckers that emotionally reacted. Since I'ma just kick the door down, yeah, K-Red's son, when he did that shit, totally unpimpish. Totally unpimpish. That was completely unpimpish. And then to cry in the courtroom, completely unpimpish. But at the same time, and Tay know I love him. I got love for Tay. That's Red other son. You know what I mean? Hey man, I got love for Tay, and I forgot the one that did what he did with old girl and cried in the courtroom. I got love for both of them. I just know that they never was no pimps. Yeah, niggas just wanted to get involved because of who they daddy was. Niggas wanted to get involved because women classified and see them as being handsome. And so because, my father is K-Red and because I'm handsome and things like that, I'm going to take advantage, of my daddy being K-Red and I'm handsome and I got education because they both got degrees and shit. I'm going to just go ahead and take advantage of that and reap the benefits and get into the game. And I keep telling you, man, trying to be something that you're not, when you get into the wrong lane, you predestined for incidents and accidents, that's going to lead you to the destination of nowhere fast. That was totally unpimpish. Now, that bitch that he put hands on, that bitch is a complete fag. But at the same time, to get that bitch, the Larry Holmes, Sonny Liston, Sugar Ray Robinson special, totally unpimpish. But that's what happened when you niggas, try to get into a lifestyle that you're not meant to be in. Crying in courtrooms, crying in front of a white woman and shit like that. Here you is, a grown-ass black man, and you sitting over here crying crocodile tears in front of this motherfucking Larry Bird, Will Purdue-ass white bitch. Boy, you done lost your goddamn man. Some of y'all just not built for the game, man. You just not built. Leave it alone. Here, hey, listen, hey, don't be moved by this pimp shit that be coming out my mouth to say, ooh, I'm gonna try my hand in the game. No, don't do it. Yeah, don't do it, man. Yeah, get your CDL. Start driving trucks. Why not make 100,000 or hundreds of thousands of dollars driving trucks? And most of y'all want to get in the game and just have some money and fuck anyway. So, a lot of you little porno stars, get out the way, man. Get your CDL and drive them motherfucking trucks cross country and fuck on some badass bitches cross country. Leave that pimping alone. Yeah, because getting in that lifestyle, you know what I mean? A lot of y'all gonna end up catching human trafficking charges, man. And they gonna put you under the jail, under the jail, under the jail, just under another jail. Hey man, that ain't worth it, man. Get your CDL, man, and start driving them trucks. I'm not encouraging none of y'all to be in this shit that I'm in. Hell no. You not meant to be. You 2 months, no, this ain't it. This ain't nothing to be glorified. If anything, I'm mortifying it to you. You know what I mean? Leave this shit alone, man. You know, for you young people, hey man, it's so much legal money to be getting out here. Why would you even get into a lifestyle of criminality where you now are in a correctional facility for an eternity, and now you got to wait on somebody to put currency on your goddamn books? Come on, man, leave that shit alone. Are pimps made or are pimps born? I'm gonna say this to you. If one of the prerequisites to be a pimp is to be a man first, I ain't never seen nobody come out they mama's pussy, as no man. Did you just hear me? If one of the prerequisites to be a pimp is to be a man first, who the fuck came out they mama's pussy as a man? The scripture says, man that is born of a woman, is a few days and full of trouble. The scriptures, we was born and shapen, in iniquity. And because of that, you got to have a second birth. And that's what Sugar Free meant in that song called Born Again on New Testament. You got to be born again. That you got to have a whole new transformation. That first birth, you was born as a baby. You was born as a male child. All right. But when you get born into this game, though, it's a whole new renewing of the mind, a whole complete transformation. Things that you was taught in religiosity by society and just a variety of square ass shit. Yeah, man, you got to completely, that got to be abolished so the game can be established within you. It got to be a second birth around here. Touch somebody and say second birth. It got to be a second birth. You got to be born again. So nobody is born a pimp. Nobody is born a hoe. Nobody is born a crip. You can be born in it, around it, because of the environment that you in, and you get 23 chromosomes from your father to another 23 chromosomes from your mother. So, that could play a part because you inherit in their genetics, and you in an environment where you got people teaching you and compelling you to do certain things. But one thing about it, if it's not in you, it's not going to come out. If you don't got no money in the bank, you can't go to the bank and say, give me a withdrawal. They're going to say, sir, you didn't make a deposit. So if you don't got that deposit in you, no matter who your daddy is, no matter who your mama is, you can be from Oakland, Frisco, Memphis, Chicago, you know what I mean? You could be from New York, you could be from Vegas, you could be from Toronto. It don't matter who your daddy is or who your motherfucking mama is. If you ain't got it in you, it ain't gonna come out. Oh man, I just brought Gorgeous Dre book. If it ain't in you, it ain't gonna come out. Oh man, I just watched all Freeze videos. If it ain't in you, it ain't gonna come out. Oh, I just bought Rosebud. I've been looking at Shantae. If it ain't in you, it ain't gonna come out. Oh, I go to what's the name seminar. I paid $1,000 to be at a pimp seminar. If it ain't in you, it ain't gonna come out. Appreciate that 50, man. Good looking, famo. Blessings to you. If it's not in you, if you don't have a deposit, there will be no withdrawal. If you see a guy that is participating in homosexuality and he talking about he got turned out, no, you got turned in. It was already in you. Once you got into the right environment or you had the right encounter, everything that was within your flesh was manifested. Some of us have different things in our flesh. When you go to the book of Romans, the 7th chapter in the 18th verse, the apostle Paul says, for I know that is in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. There's no good thing in the flesh. So we all got some sinful, wicked, unorthodox, unholy, unclean things in this nasty, cursed flesh. We all do. And some of you, You know what I mean? You want to manifest some pimping, but let me look. Yeah, it ain't in there. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me look at the game's caller ID right quick. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, man, the game ain't called you, man. I'm looking at the game call ID right now. I'm looking at the call ID for Pimpin' and Hoeing, and I'm looking at the call log. And yeah, man, the game ain't never called you, man. You know what I mean? So if the game, ain't never called you, man, why you keep trying to pick up and do some pimping, man? The game ain't called you. Yeah, I'm looking right here at the Pimpin' and call log. Yeah, your name ain't listed, man. The game ain't never called you. Why you keep acting like you picking up the phone? Your shit ain't ringing. Yeah, man, the game ain't called you, chose you, appointed you, anointed you to do this shit. Hey, man, go ahead and get that CDL. You know? Go ahead and get that CDL, man, and start driving them damn trucks. Hey, get my likes above 600. Everybody hit the like button. Get my likes above 600. Yeah, go get your CDL, man. What's wrong with you? Motherfuckers want to sit up there and be in this game, and the game ain't never called you. The game didn't choose you. The game didn't select you. The game ain't thinking about you. Let that go. Let it go. And being a pimp, that ain't even always crack to be. Hey, man, just go ahead and be a square, man. Be you. Be yourself. Because that's one of the worst things that you can do in life is live a lie. One of the worst things that you can do in life is live a lie. You're not a pimp. You wasn't called to pimp. So what? Who gives a fuck? Be who you are. You're special and peculiar and not regular and familiar like the others. God has blessed you with a ministry. You got a calling on your life. Why don't you get to that? All that pimp stuff and, all that carnality and criminality. You know what I mean? Leave that stuff alone, man. Just get into a continuity of being you. Be a square. Squares live long. You know what I mean? Well, the probability of you living longer as a square is higher than an individual that's in the streets actively, From the outside looking in. That don't mean that it's going to happen, but, from the outside looking in, it appears to be that way. So be a square, man. You know what's one of the benefits of being a square? Everything that you work for, you can go to bed with serenity, not thinking about the feds kicking in your door. You don't have to be a worried. When you go to sleep, you ain't thinking about if the feds gonna kick down your door. Some pimps right now, it's some hustlers right now, Macs and gangsters. When they go to bed, they go to sleep thinking about when the feds gonna come through the door. Muwop, and C-Thing, they just got arrested for FBG Duck's murder. You know what I mean? They just got arrested for FBG Duck's murder. See, when you're not living a life of crime, that's not even on your mind about the police or the feds coming to get you. Because you don't live a lifestyle, you know what I mean, that'll even be involved. You don't have to think about that stuff. So I just wanted to give that to you. I'm not glorifying this lifestyle or compelling anybody to pimp. I just know that some of you are rebellious, you disobedient, and no matter how much I say that, you still gonna want to be in this game. So I might as well put out some information and some instructions. So since you want to be out there and put yourself in criminality, and take a chance on being in somebody's prison for the rest of your life, let me just go ahead and give you some good game and help your chances, of succeeding or staying out of prison. That's just how I see things, But yeah, man, let me just also say this. Seeing, you might say, seeing how I get deep or how I get, new hoes or how I get 50 toes, 100 toes, 200 toes. How do I sit up there and get deeper? By pimping on that one hole you have. That's how you get that second hole, that third hole, that fourth and fifth hole, by doing some spectacular, wonderful, meaningful, powerful pimping, you know what I mean, on the one that the game has blessed you with to preside over. Pimp on that one hole that you got right now accordingly. Make her a representation of you. You know, install game in her. You know, don't con the bitch. You know what I mean? Do some pimping on the bitch. Elevate her, educate her. Take her from one dimension to another. You know, if her vocab, you know, is on a second grade level, then that means that you need to be making her spend time in that Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. So when she have a conversation with an elite trick that's college educated, that went to an Ivy League school, she'll be able to have a conversation with him instead of saying, on God, on God, on God. On God, on the dead homies, on the dead homies. Oh my God, you funny. If you got one of them broads, you know you got a lot of pimping to do. You got a lot of pimping to do. You know, pimping can take a bitch that's unruly, disrespectful, outlandish, rambunctious, foolish, and a pimping can sit up there and transform her into a respectable, modest, humble, submissive, feminine, intellectual, professional woman. The pimping can do that. It's not impossible with the pimping. And see, that's pimping right there when it was a disrespectful renegade that everybody recognized as a motherfucking cross-country fag, and you can take that bitch and make her an honorable, respectable woman in the game. That's pimping. That's pimping. She was so disrespectful. She had renegade tattooed on her arm. She abhorred pimps. She was disrespectful. She was encouraging other hoes to not fuck with pimping. But because of your game and the way you continue to maintain your composure when she called herself being disrespectful, how you pimped around that, how you took her from a frown to a smile. She was usually talking to guys that professed to be pimping, and she always would win debates or make guys that was professing to be the pimping sound and look stupid. But she wasn't able to do that with you. You intrigued her. You got her mind wet. You got her pussy wet. And then you ended up getting her purse wet. And then she broke herself to a vet the way she was supposed to. That's pimping. Yeah, that's pimping, man. Yeah. When you can take that one that everybody, you know what I mean, say, yeah, she ain't gonna never choose. She ain't gonna never do this. She ain't gonna never do. That's pimping. That's pimping. Pimping is when you can go one-on-one, you know, with that intellectual, smart, college-educated, two-parent home square, you know what I mean, that all of the pimps been running away from. They want to sit up there and keep chasing little broads on Fig, but they don't want to have an intelligent conversation, you know, with this woman because she got a bachelor's degree or master's degree, but you don't have no degree. All you got is this game. All you got is this pimping. All you got is this confidence as a black man. All you got is what Dre would say is black genius. And you sit down with her and you have a mental safari with that woman, and now she's mentally intrigued with somebody that don't even got a damn degree. She said, oh my God, you didn't go to the college? What college did you go to? Wait a minute, oh my God, you didn't go to college? You didn't graduate? How did you get all of this knowledge? How did you get this wealth of information? How? You know, that's pimping. That's pimping. A lot of y'all don't like it. Look, let me just say this. I remember one time, it was me, B-Mac, and Freeze, and we was inside of the Venetian, you know, and we sitting up there talking to these squares. These squares is digging on me and Freeze. And, you know, they was talking to B-Mac, but B-Mac wanted to hurry up and get back to Las Vegas Boulevard because he wanted to, you know, sweat hoes and shit. And ain't nothing wrong with sweating hoes. But let me say this. Once you get a reputation in the game and everybody know you for pimping, you know, it just is what it is. You know, I'm not saying that I ain't gonna campaign no more, but you know what I'm known for. You know, if you start a conversation with me, you know what it's getting ready to be about, and you know what you're getting ready to do. because my reputation is out there. So if I was in Vegas, yeah, the hoes will see me, but I ain't about to be chasing you, running behind you in casinos and in front of cameras and all of that shit. Every time you see me, you're going to see me talking to some fine ass square. Every time you see me, you're going to see me suited and booted talking to some fine, attractive ass square that I'm endeavoring to turn on and turn out to the game. That hoe know about me. That hoe know about my pimping. She know if she want to have a conversation with me, she got to bring them things. Yeah, them things out her purse. Yeah. So every time you see me, I'm going to be talking to them squares. Just like me and Freeze was doing in the Venetian. And B-Mac, he was like, he whispered to me, he said, hey, man, fuck all these square bitches, man. Man, let's get outside, man. Let's get outside, man. Fuck this shit. Man, talking to squares and shit like that. And I looked at him crazy because he said that like it was beneath the pimping, as if this wasn't pimping, that we was talking to square women. And I asked the nigga, I said, hey man, before that hoe was a hoe, what was she? Before that hoe started doing some hoeing, what was she? What did we classify her as? What did we define, her to be? Somebody had to take the time out, to talk to that square for her to be what she is today. So, man, what are you talking about? Where's your patience? Where's your intelligence? But I understand a lot of you be feeling inferior to women who have education. Just like Paulina, I don't know if she's still in here, but Paulina got her MBA. A lot of guys in the lifestyle would feel inferior. Some guys would feel inferior. Appreciate the 5, man. Good looking, family. You know what I mean? They would feel inferior and be kind of hesitant to initiate a conversation with her because of her education, because of her career, because of her position in life, because of the things that she's presiding over in life. A lot of you, if you was in the presence of Paulina, you would just be, hey, Paulina, you would keep shit cute, but you wouldn't campaign. You wouldn't really say anything to have Paulina because you scared, to really sit up there and pimp at her or campaign to have her simply because of her success, as a black woman. And I'm here to tell you that within itself, that's not pimpish at all. Because the woman that has that degree, that woman that has all that education, that woman that has that career, that woman that, has that comprehension, that's the best definition of beautiful, yeah, that's the woman for me to have. Some of you want a easy knock. You're too lazy in your pimping. You want an easy knock. That's why a lot of y'all keep going to Fig, because you want an easy knock. It's a whole bunch of square girlfriends, messing with gangbangers and strangers to the game. That it's the bitches that's catching dates, but they really not the hoeing like that. Y'all keep going to areas, for easy knocks. Do something out of the ordinary. Do something extraordinary. Do something, have a conversation with a woman that ain't gonna be so fast to tell you yes. And that's gonna come up with intellectual, justifiable reasons to tell you no. And what does this do? Provoke you to even pimp harder, to even come up with some more intelligence, some more game. Because it's some women in that downtown Chicago, if you start a conversation with them, you better know what you're talking about. Yeah, you better know what you're talking about. She gonna look at you like a damn fool and keep going. You gotta know what you're talking about. That's why I told you, what have you read lately? What have you been studying lately? When the last time you meditated on pimping? When the last time you watched, the incomparable Minister Khalid Muhammad speak? When was the last time you heard, Brother Malcolm speak, Brother Farrakhan speak? When was the last time, you took the time out to learn about medicine or different fruits, that benefits the body? What fruits benefit the mind? It's just good when a woman is in the presence of a man who has wisdom, who has knowledge, who has understanding. And all thy getting, get understanding. You got to read. You got to study. What am I saying? You got to pimp. You got to pimp, man. Get your plan together. Get your pimping together. That's pimping when you can talk to an intellectual woman with all them degrees and you don't even give a fuck what Ivy League school she graduated from. You're coming with the intelligence of the game. You're coming with the confidence of the Most High. You can give a less fuck what school she graduated from. And you end up having that bitch. That's pimping. No disrespect to them other levels of what I just mentioned, going to FIG and everything like that. But when you can knock you a school teacher or a weather lady, when you can knock you, somebody that's in the corporate world, and now, she's under your instructions, she's doing things that benefit. Matter of fact, you might have a woman who's making hundreds of $1,000s a year doing what she doing, and you got her doing what she doing. But guess what? When it come time, when that money comes, she's always hitting your phone. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to relinquish? I'm about to get my tax refund. What do you want this? How do you want this? How could I use my job, my career, to benefit your pimping? Because, I'm just talking some more shit to you, because you got some pimps, they got squares in position and he not sending her to the blade. He's sending her right there to the corporate world. And she's beneficial to the pimping right there. Right there. If you sit up there and if this judge is liking on you, you would be foolish to take a damn judge and say, yeah, I don't want you to be a judge in the courtroom no more. Yeah, it's time to go to FIG and do it big. Huh? P, ain't that the judge? Yeah, man, I got it down on FIG, doing it big right now. Yeah, I gotta sitting over there, on that dirty Harry, right now. No, that's foolish. She's going to stay in position and I'm going to have more power in possession because now I preside over this woman. I'm pimping. That's pimping. Oh, P, but she ain't going to the track. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? What did I tell you? You know what I mean? I didn't tell you that a pimp got to send this broad, to the blade in order basically for him to be a pimp. I never said that. Follow me. Follow my words very close. Justin, appreciate that 5. A pimp gonna do what makes sense and what benefits his pimping. I'm not giving a fuck about what number 2, 3, 4, and 5 think about what the fuck I'm doing. Because if that's the case, then I might as well be number 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm number 1. I'm thinking about what the fuck I'm doing. So if that woman that is in position want to be beneficial to my pimping, then that's what the fuck it's gonna be. Yeah, she gonna continue to be a judge, a lawyer, She gonna continue to have, that position. And I'm gonna continue to get more power and money in possession simply because she's in position doing that. Those that are official can still be beneficial to your pimping without her going to the blade. Now, of course, that's going to go over a lot of people's heads, but when you get older and more seasoned, in the game, only a young goofy, would sit up there, yeah, man, fuck that, man, all my money, man, it smell like fig, man, all my money, man, it smell like. If you come across a millionaire woman, if you come across, a woman who has the potential to be a multi-millionaire or billionaire, things like that, you would be a fool to minimize this great situation that has the potential to be a blessing to your life for the rest of your life and say, yeah, I'm going to just send you the fig. Yeah, come on. Yeah, no, fuck all of that. We about to go to this Danny Way. Come on. Yeah, we about to go to this 27 out here in this Miami. Come on. No. Appreciate that 20, sucker repellent. You know, good looking. I like the weather girls. Yeah. Blessings to you, famo. You know, that's pimping. That's pimping when a pimp don't gotta put his name on anything to get his hoe out of jail. That's pimping. P, what you mean? Hey man, check this out. I'm gonna say something right quick that's gonna be so some ain't gonna agree. Hey, whatever. But it's a square bitch in Vegas, and she loves me. She's a church woman. She owns 2 salons in Vegas. She pray to God that I'm her husband. You know, she think that I'm the next Malcolm. She think I'm the next TDJ. You know what I mean? She want to be my wife. You know, she in love with me. But look, check this out. Because of her being in position and because of the amount of money that she make and because she never been arrested, because she's a full-fledged, you know what I mean, motherfucking, you understand me, square, yeah, a lot of times when them hoes got arrested, you already knew who I called. Yeah, one hand washed the other. I had a bitch that was in position. So even though, yeah, you know, she's a square and she want to be in love and all of that goofy shit, you know what I mean? Guess what I was doing to get them hoes out of jail? Sending that bitch to go get them. Yeah, and some other things too that I can't even convey on this motherfucking internet. But due to the fact that she was in position, because of the business position that she has in life, I was able to use her to benefit me and my hoes. That's pimping. That's pimping. P, how you say that's pimping? Because I'm a pimp and that's what the fuck I wanted to do. That's pimping. Whatever I do, that's pimping. Why? Because it's a pimp that's doing it. That's pimping. You know? Yeah, that's pimping, man. That's pimping. That's why it was done. Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. And she did what the fuck I told her to. Yeah, that's pimping. Yeah. I got everybody in position and I'm getting what I want in possession. That's pimping. But P, she didn't go to the blade. Yeah, but she went to that career so money can be made and more power can be gained. Yeah. If this fall off, I can sit up there and do this and do this and do this and do this and do that and do this and do that because I got her in position. Yeah. That's why. That's pimping. That's pimping, nigga. Hey, let me just say this to you. You know what I mean? Before I depart. Hey, check this out. Your pimping will only be as big as your definition of what pimping is. Your pimping will only be as big as what your vision of pimping is. If your definition of pimping is just having a Cadillac with 2, you understand me, black hoes, you know what I mean, in a hotel room, then that's going to be your pimping. It's not that you're not pimping. It's just that you're minimizing the pimping because of how small your vision of this pimping is. If that's your definition of pimping, listening to Sugar Free inside of a Cadillac, driving your Cadillac to a motel or a hotel, you know what I mean, with 2 hoes, that's going to be your definition. That's going to be your end. Your pimping can only be as big as how you see the pimping to be. A hoe's hoeing is only gonna be as big, you know what I mean, as the motherfucker that she fucking with. So if she messing with a small time nigga, she gonna be a small time hoe. You know? Her only vision will be, you know, catching dates and getting in and out of cars on the E14 if she fucking with a motherfucker that can't see past the E14. She'll be selling pussy from Genesis to Revelations in all locations because she fucking with a representation of the game whose definition and vision of the game is the best definition of small. And like my grandmother say, you know, when you think small, you can never have it all. Sandra Evans used to say that. You know, when you get a chance, look at my story on YouTube. I gave an honor to my mother. You know, yesterday was my mother's birthday. I don't celebrate birthday, but I celebrate people. And whatever meant anything, you know, to people and things like that, I do that. But yeah, when you get a chance, look at my story on YouTube. Look at that tribute I gave. You know, but my grandmother, she used to say that when you think small, you can never have it all. You know? Because you think too small. You can't see this shit. Because your vision is too small. You know? Look at Andre Taylor. Look how Andre was used. This is a man that only has the pimping, only has the game, only has the anointing of God. And this man with no college education help with the help of Not This Time movement that he created, you know, along with his wife, you know, Athena. They have changed laws for accountability for the police. That's pimping, man. That's pimping. I'm about to explain to you. That's pimping. People, he didn't send a woman to the track. Yeah, man, that was pimping. That was pimping, man. Yeah, when Andre Taylor, when Gorgeous Dre sit up there, you understand me, and changed that law, yeah, that was pimping. Yeah, that was pimping, man. That was pimping. Yeah, you couldn't see it, but that was the pimping. Yeah, that was pimping, man. When they decided to give him an office job, giving him $150,000 to be the first street czar, yeah, that was pimping. But P, didn't no hoe go to the track. You gotta understand, I'm gonna give you this. Pimping is about making the lifestyle, the game look good. Yeah, it's about making the game look good. And he's done that. Nobody has made this game look better than Andre Taylor. Nobody has glorified it. Nobody has represented it greater than Andre Taylor. I'm just telling it like it is. Nobody has taken this game, you know what I mean, to the dimensions that he has taken it to. That's pimping. Oh, but P, a bitch didn't suck dick and woo, woo, woo. Man, he made the game shine. He made the game look good. That's pimping. That's pimping. Making the game look good. And hey, let me drop this on you young niggas, man. All these motherfuckers talking about when they getting money and having racks and all of this shit like that. Hey, man, when you gonna make the game look good? Yeah. When you gonna make the game look good? P, what you mean by that? When you gonna do something for your community? When you gonna do something for the school or schools that you come from? When you gonna do something for that congregation or whatever you wanna do, man, but make the game look good. Give to charity. Find a charity for children with autism. Find a charity that children with learning disabilities and behavior disorders. Find, you know what I mean, a charity, you know what I mean, with children in the urban community that's going through a lot of difficulties at home and shit like that. Yeah, man, since you having all of this goddamn money, you know what I mean, benefit the kids, benefit the community. And guess what? That make the game look good. That's pimping. Let me show you the pimping within that. Oh my God, let me take the belt off. Let me take the belt off like only I can. Appreciate the 20, fam. Let me take this belt off, man, and spank it and like only sin can. When you have donated to charities, when you have given back to the community, not only have you benefited the children, benefited the schools, and benefited our people, but not only that, you made the game look good. But let me show you the pimping in that. When that hoe try to come to you, and when you tell her that your choosing fee is $10,000, when you tell her that your choosing fee is $20,000, and she acting like it's too much, you say, bitch, get the fuck off my phone. The information that I've gained, I went through blood, sweat, and tears for, bitch. I done went through motherfucking adversities for this shit, and you crying about a little bitty ass 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Bitch, I've given that to charities, ho. Fuck off my phone. Get your bum ass off my goddamn phone. The money that you weeping over and crying over, bitch, I done sit up there, you understand me, and gave. I done sit up there and gave that to charities, bitch. You sitting up there crying about a little bitty ass $10,000. What the fuck is $10,000, bitch? I just donated that shit. Bitch, I'll take $10,000 and throw it in the motherfucking fireplace, bitch. You understand? I done sat up there and donated $20,000 to this and gave $10,000 to that, and you sitting over here crying about a choosing fee. Shout out to Rob. Appreciate that, bro. Always respecting this game. Love you, bro. You know, you sitting over here crying about, oh my God, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, I'm too high for you. My caliber is too high for you. I'm too much of a pimp for you. I'm too much in the sky for you. I'm way up here and your mind is way over there. Get off my line. You crying about 10 and 20,000. You crying about money that I've given over and over and over. Bitch, I done gave that up in jugs, charity, and some more shit. Get off my line. You're not fit to be with a king. You're not worthy to sell your pussy for the pimping. Get off me. Bye. Get out of my presence, servant. You're not willing to, you're not able, you're not capable, you're not worthy of serving me. That is the mind of a pimp. That's pimping. That's pimping. When you can go off like that, and it's the truth, that's pimping, P. That's pimping. That's pimping. You know, oh damn, I want to only be an hour and 30. I'm over 2 hours. But that's pimping. That's pimping, man. You know? Yeah, Rob, you throwing it in there, but yeah, I'm talking from experience. Yeah, I'm talking from experience. That's why I can say it. That's pimping. You know, when the high school that you used to attend is on academic probation, and not only do you help the school, but you make the game look good. That's pimping. That's pimping, little nigga. But you can't see the shit. Why? Because you ain't the pimping. Or you is the pimping, but your vision and definition is the best definition of small. So you can't see what I'm talking about. You don't understand my moves. You don't understand what I'm doing. You know? Not only do you make the game look good, but when you have conversations with squares, okay, so what have you done, or what have your lifestyle done for the community? What have I not done for the community? What are you talking about? I took time out to tell these children I don't want them to be like me. I don't want them repeating the F's on my report card. I want them to listen to my history and say, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like Sinful to P, you know what I mean, in prison. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to call people that I took care of and they don't want to answer the phone. They not answering the phone because their life is carrying on. They got something more important than me at the time. I don't want to live that lifestyle. Sinful was facing life sentences. I don't want to do that. I'm going to tell these children the wicked, the consequences. I don't want them to be pimps. But to the young pimps that's in the game, that's having your way, do something for your community. Do something for them schools. Do something for these children. Make the game look good. Make the game look good. Look into what charities that you can donate to. Look into what black-owned businesses that you can be a benefit to. Make the game look good. That's pimping. That's pimping. That donation that I gave to the children with learning disabilities and behavior disorders to the educational center, when I gave that particular donation right there, you must understand that was during a time that I had some hoes that didn't like each other. It was two hoes in my family that didn't like each other. They thought that they hated each other's guts. And you know what I mean? When I sit up there and pimp them bitches away, you know what I mean? Hey, the moment that I did what I did and donated, because that's what I had, I don't lie about nothing at that time. That's what I had. I took some hoe money out they little pussies and shit like that. And I called them hoes. I say, hey, I know y'all hate each other, but I just want you to know, man, hey, how the game used y'all to benefit these children. Yeah, because the $10,000 that I just gave, yeah, man, that was 5 out your booty and 5 out your booty. You know what I mean? And yeah, that benefited the children. Because so even though y'all don't like each other, the game still used your funky asses, still use your Boston baked bean head ass, you know what I mean, to be a benefit to these children, man. You know? That's how you talk. That's pimping. That's pimping, man. You know? Hey, check this out. I'm going to always live off this game for the rest of my life. No matter what my lifestyle may be, I'm going to live off this game for the rest of my life. That's pimping. You know? But I love you guys, man. You know what I mean? I know I'm killing y'all right now. Y'all don't even want to hear no more, you know what I mean, about this pimping. You know? But yeah, man, that's pimping, man. Yeah, that's pimping. Yeah, I didn't gave y'all, I didn't even mean to give y'all a buffet. I only meant to give you a salad bar. You know, there you go. Yeah, MVP, I might have to do a number 2. I might have to do a part 2 of this. You know, for real. You know, but before I go, could y'all get my likes up? Can I see my likes over 700? It really should have been over 1,000, man, for this game. Yeah, and do me that favor. I appreciate the money, you know, that you sent, the contributions and things like that. I mean, for this live and with the cash apps that you guys sent. Matter of fact, thank you. Hold on, let me look at that right quick. With the cash apps that y'all that sent and everything like that, man, thank you. Kayla sent 50, appreciate that. Humphrey, you sent 10, appreciate that. Bill, you know what I mean, you sent 2. Diane, you sent the $100 on PayPal. Shout out to you. You know, thank you. I appreciate that. But the best thing that you guys can do for me is hit that like button. Because I think the things that I said within this video, it needs to be heard. You know, that's cool, you know, that, 1,000 likes here and all that shit. Hey, man, but this shit supposed to have thousands upon thousands of likes because, you know, ignorance is being glorified all the time. One thing I can say about other YouTubers, whether I like them or not, you know, they got a supportive, fan base over there. And if you truly believe that the things that I said can be useful, if it was meaningful to you, by all means, man, hit the like button. You know, let's go higher in them likes. Them likes bring the recommendations. Them likes bring the notifications. You know, hit the like button. I want this to be seen. I want this to be heard. That's pimping. You know, touching the ears of every man in every land, you know what I mean? Evangelizing this plan of this game, man. You know, that's pimping, man. Hold on. Man, shout out, man, to Player Bird, you know, with the 20, fam. You know what I mean? Good looking, fam. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate all of y'all time. Man, I love you guys for that. Hey, check this out. What I want you to do, and let me just say this while I'm currently live. For those of you that set my Patreon, y'all just be in the comment section talking about how you like this video, how you like this movie, but I need y'all to hit the like button. With everything, I need you to hit the like button. Y'all getting too lazy over there at the Patreon. Y'all in the comment section like, oh my God, I love this. Oh man, this is easy. Send thank you, man. This is the best $5 or the best $50 I've ever spent. But can I get you to hit that like button? Because what you don't understand is when new people come to the Patreon and they're looking at different videos, they need to see them likes. They need to see them comments. They need to see y'all, you know what I mean, in that comment section, you know, that likes. Them likes, man, you know? So don't just tell me you like it. Like the video. Mods, before I go, do me a favor, man. Put the link to my Patreon in the comment section. Give them an opportunity to come over. Sapoba the Prince, I put that Heat, that movie called Heat that you wanted. Yeah, I put that on. That's there now. Yeah, that's there now. Touch somebody and say, that's there now. All of that's on there. We got ancient to recent. shit on there. But as far as this game content, if you really want this pimp content, this game content, yeah, you're going to have to go to the $50 tier. Most of the square content and things outside of the game, that's on the $5 tier. But that $50 tier, yeah, that's for the pimps. That's for the max. That's for the players. That's for, the street people. That's for people that ain't even in the streets, but they understand that the game is so impeccable that it's applicable to anything you want to do in life. So you even got squares on that $50 tier because I got videos pertaining to confidence and, game and just help you on your intelligence, help you on your way in this life, called the game. Because whether you know it or not, man, this game is bigger than pimps and hoes. Can I put Crooklyn on there? Travis, because you asked, Crooklyn will be on there tonight. Yeah, that'll be on there. Thank you. Thank you for I forgot all about it. Since you asked, I will do that. I had to do the 50. Yeah, I got too many classics on that 50. Give Her a Reason, The Rise and Fall of King Nice, Just Keeping It Funky, The Pedophile Hustle. When you look at What Pimps Don't Do, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and you already know when I come back next, we're going to get into What Hoes Don't Do. But I got too many classics. My catalog, I just got to keep it real. My catalog of this game, it run deep. And so that's why I had to put that on that $50 tier. It's just too much game on that $50 tier. Yeah, you got to come through. Because I said it, what would my end be? Yeah, I could just go on. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you for tapping in. Y'all know every morning at 10 o'clock EST time, I'm expecting you guys to be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock EST time. Every morning from Monday through Thursday. Friday is when we're going to do our call in at 2 o'clock EST. I'm going to allow you guys to call in, question me, debate me, cuss me out, whatever you want to do. We do that at Friday, 2 o'clock EST time. But Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock EST time, early morning game. All right? So I love you guys. I hope you live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. Bill was nice enough to give the link to the Patreon right there in the comment section. Even after I end this video, I'm going to put it in the comment section. Shout out to Chris, who been doing the timestamps. Yeah, shout out to you, man. You've been doing excellent work. Yeah, man, blessings to you. Oh, and before I go to Freeze Is It. Everybody go to FreezeIt. Go to Freeze channel. Freeze did a video on Keisha, which real name is Rayon Payne, but everybody knows Kiko from Folks Alert. We call it False Alert, but his thing is Folks Alert. He's been speaking on everybody's allegations and everybody's cases, for so long. But Freeze then found out all this information about this man's criminal history, and he got lewdness with a minor, and he was convicted. Of course, we've been know he was convicted for rape, but all his information pertaining to his criminal history is there. He speaks on pimps every goddamn day. But many squares on YouTube do not know that the guy behind the mask at Folks Alert, this guy was convicted for rape. He got cases. He got one case that's with a minor that's less than 16. All type of shit. He shouldn't be speaking on nobody. And you can go to Google yourself and just put in Rayon Payne. Rayon Payne. And you will see criminal information just pop up. So, whenever you see somebody constantly speaking on different men, speaking on the pimping all the time, ask what's the inspiration? Because he really don't give a fuck about, them charges and things like that. He's just a jealous individual. But yeah, man, y'all go to Freeze Is It, and y'all check out that video that Freeze did. He put out all the information. It's there. It's there. I might even have to do a video on my Presiding Over Rebuking Service channel, and let it be known. Because he's always putting our government names and names all in there. So when you look us up, his videos will come up in the algorithm and shit like that. But go to Freeze Is It and check out that video that P did yesterday on the Goofy, and you'll find out all the information. He has no business talking about pimps and hoes. None at all. But I love you guys. I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. I hope you have a blessed and very prosperous day. I love you. And that's pimping.